There's a new court case starting today or yesterday with SBF, and it's going to be making history in the cryptocurrency ecosystem, how this is treated by the jurors, by the judge, what is going to happen to this guy. Is he going to get 115 years in prison? We're going to talk about it. We're also going to talk about Binance and any part he might have played, CZ, the CEO of Binance, any part he might have played in bringing down FTX. There's a new class action lawsuit against him, and what is happening with the SEC versus Ripple. SEC, they're supposed to be the ones cleaning up the crypto space. They're failing miserably, and they were issued another lose against Ripple. So we're talking about all of that. If you don't know where Toby and I keep our cryptocurrencies to protect ourselves from counterparty risk prevalent in all centralized exchanges, go ahead and check out a link to the CT Club down below, where we share our over a decade of experience in cryptocurrencies with those who are eager to learn. That is the spot for you. It's a growing community with thousands of people, and I really think you should check it out. So first off, let's talk about the SEC versus Ripple. Originally, they've been in a court battle, Ripple versus the SEC, for many years, and they were basically issued a half win, but the crypto space is just really excited to see any kind of a favorable judgment from a judge in terms of cryptocurrencies. Basically, this judge had determined that Ripple did violate securities laws when they did private sales of XRP to institutional investors, but they did not violate SEC laws when they made XRP available to trade by the public on cryptocurrency exchanges. That second part is exactly what the SEC wanted to appeal. What the SEC wants is any cryptocurrency that they deem to be a security. They don't want that coin to be able to be traded on any exchange anywhere. They don't want you, a US citizen, if you are one, to have access to a security without them getting a decent paycheck in terms of regulatory compliance and fees that would have to be paid to the SEC. And when the SEC has appealed this decision, now that same judge that originally made that judgment is saying, SEC, you can't appeal this. I'm standing by my word. In fact, the judge even elaborated even more on her reason for her original judgment. So moving forward, this case can move forward. I believe it will possibly go to a jury as of April 2024. But if it does, the SEC has to have new grounds to keep pursuing this court case. So it's really unlikely that the SEC will find any win against Ripple in this situation. So that's a win. Now let's look into the newest news here. Against CZ Binance, there is now a class action lawsuit led by one California resident in the US. They are pissed that FTX went down. Now, conspiracy theories will probably proliferate in the comments down below, and I love to see it. I love to see your guys' opinions. Maybe this class action lawsuit is being led by someone in the FTX camp, because what they're saying is that it's comical what they're saying. They're saying that Binance and Binance alone was the reason that FTX collapsed. If you've been following the information that's come out since the collapse of FTX in November of last year, then you know that the moves from Sam Bankman-Fried, the funds that were misappropriated, billions of dollars of your funds, if you had funds on FTX, users' funds were misappropriated to buy several multi-million-dollar mansions. They were also sent over to Alameda Research, the sister company of FTX, for rampant mismanagement of funds and horrible risk management. And they were underwater well before the collapse of FTX. They were underwater like 6 months before, 8 months before. So let's clear that up right now. FTX could not have collapsed if it wasn't for the gross mismanagement and criminality of Sam Bankman-Fried, Caroline Ellison, and countless other of the executives in those companies. But this class action lawsuit is saying tweets from CZ are the reason why FTX collapsed. They're saying that because CZ announced that he had dumped his FTT tokens, which I think at that time they had about 5% of the supply of FTT. Also, they are alleging, and this was some drama if you don't remember this, when FTX first went under, Binance was pretty quick to say, you know what, we're going to put in a bid to save the day. We're going to be the parachute that's going to save this downfall. And now this lawsuit is claiming that that was done in bad faith, meaning they were announcing that, but they weren't really ever planning to acquire FTX. So he's saying that the culmination of CZ saying he's publicly announcing he's dumping his FTT tokens, and also in bad faith saying he's going to acquire FTX, that resulted in the downfall of FTX. So the timing of this is very interesting because yesterday was the first day that SBF showed up to court to see which jurors would be deciding his fate. And wouldn't you know it, he showed up about 30 minutes late and lit up when he saw a laptop on his attorney's desk. So that is SPF in a nutshell. He could care less. And for those of you who are really paying attention during November, December 2022, he was doing live calls on Twitter. He was all in the media trying to save his own butt. But what he was doing was actually he was not making himself look good. And what I'm really interested to see, and I'm sure anyone who's paying attention in this court case, will SBF take the stand? Will he provide testimony in his own defense? Now, anyone who's been following any kind of true crime at all, you know that is not a good idea. But what we know about SBF is that he loves to talk. He loves to be the center of attention. And he thinks that he can explain his way out of a lot of things. But him being brought onto the witness stand can actually open the door for the prosecution to unleash a whole lot more evidence, and basically it could really mess up the defense majorly. Suffice to say, there's still a ton going on off-chain and cryptocurrency in these court cases. So we're all becoming little mini keyboard warriors and legal experts, aren't we? Anyway, let me know what you think in the comments down below. In the meantime, hit like and subscribe. We'll keep you guys updated. Bye, guys.